Imagine a car so stunning, it could make a Hollywood actress blush and cause an entire boardroom of investors to drop their coffee in disbelief. A car so rare, so impossibly elegant, it won a Concours d'Elegance and then went to war. This isn't some forgotten scene from a French art film. This is the real-life story of the 1938 Gram 97 Supercharged Cabriolet by Saoutchik, a transatlantic masterpiece that blended American muscle with French artistry and somehow survived the chaos of World War II. Before we jump into this wild story of design, war, and rebirth, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because who else is going to tell you about a French-bodied, American-built, supercharged, shark-nosed icon that cost less than a lawnmower at one point? Let's rewind to 1938. The Gram Company was struggling, but desperate times breed bold ideas. They rolled out the Model 97, flaunting their spirit of motion design, sweeping lines, curved grills, and a face that looked alive. The problem? American buyers thought it looked too radical, even ugly. But across the Atlantic, Europe was in love. Enter Jacques Saoutchik, the legendary French coachbuilder known for his extravagant Art Deco creations. He saw beauty in Gram's daring design and got his hands on at least two of the supercharged chassis. On them, he sculpted jaw-dropping cabriolet bodies, blending American engineering with Parisian elegance. These weren't cars for the road, they were rolling pieces of sculpture, tailor-made for presidents, generals, and collectors with too much money and impeccable taste. The Saoutchik-bodied Gram made its grand debut at the 1938 Paris Motor Show, finished in two-tone paint, complete with cantilever doors that opened backward in a stunning ballet of chrome and geometry. It had a folding windshield, elegant fender skirts, and proportions that made it look fast even when parked. Pierre Saoutchik, Jacques Saoutchik's son, even presented one to French President Albert Lebrun himself. Then came the war. The car's first owner, Maurice Reeb, took the Gram straight into military service in North Africa. When gasoline became scarce, he had a coal gasifier fitted. Yes, you heard that right, turning his luxury cabriolet into a smoky, battle-hardened staff car for General Alon's. The French army even swapped out the original supercharged engine for a standard military one to keep it running in wartime conditions. By 1944, the car had survived chaos, bullets, and bad fuel, and somehow found its way into American hands. U.S. soldier Thomas Dimitri, a Chrysler employee serving overseas, bought the car for just $175, roughly the price of a used lawnmower at one point. Back in the States, the Gram changed owners a few times, eventually ending up in the hands of William Harrah, the legendary casino owner and car collector, in 1966. Harrah's team documented every inch of its history, confirming its authenticity and preserving its incredible story. When Harrah's collection was sold off in 1981, the Gram disappeared into private hands again. For decades, it sat partially disassembled, a forgotten relic, until it was rediscovered and painstakingly restored in Canada in 2013. 2 years later, it made a triumphant comeback at Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, gleaming in a white and pale green finish. Its mesmerizing doors and flawless restoration earned it second in class at Pebble Beach, and later best of show at Cobble Beach in Canada. Now, let's talk engineering. Beneath that stunning French body sat the beating heart of American innovation, a 217.8 cubic inch, 3.6-liter, supercharged straight six, pushing out 116 horsepower at 4,000 RPM. That might not sound like much today, but in 1938, it was enough to rival 8-cylinder cars of the era. It could sprint from 0 to 50 miles an hour in just under 11 seconds, and hit nearly 90 miles an hour flat out. Power ran through a 3-speed manual gearbox with an optional vacuum-assisted shifting system, high-tech for its time. The steel X-frame chassis was rock solid, sitting on a 120-inch wheelbase, and its hydraulic drum brakes and wide white-wall tires made it as composed as it was glamorous. The cabriolet body measured just under 5 meters long and 1.78 meters wide, a grand touring machine meant to glide rather than race. Even the design details were ahead of their time: a folding windshield, 3-position roof, and a subtle rear fin that actually predated the flamboyant tail fins of the 1950s. Every chrome accent, every flowing curve screamed Art Deco perfection. And those cantilever doors, a Saoutchik signature, opened in a way that still amazes modern engineers. They swung outward and backward over the rear fenders using a complex linkage system, creating a completely unobstructed entryway without any running boards. It was mechanical theater and pure genius. Today, only 2 of these French-bodied Grams are known to exist, and the restored example is valued as a true icon, a one-off masterpiece that fuses American audacity with French sophistication. When it first rolled out, the Gram chassis alone cost about $1,200. In 2017, that same restored cabriolet sold for a jaw-dropping $770,000 at the R.M. Sotheby's Amelia Island auction. Not bad for something once powered by coal and sold for pocket change. This isn't just a car, it's a symbol of human creativity, of what happens when engineers and artists dare to dream across oceans. The 1938 Gram 97 Supercharged Cabriolet by Saoutchik is more than steel and chrome. It's history, art, and ingenuity fused into motion. So, if you ever feel like your car has a story, remember this one had a war. And before you go, subscribe to the channel, because while you might never drive a Gram Cabriolet, you can still enjoy the ride through the world's most incredible automotive stories. May your roads be smooth, your gas tanks full, and your neighbors just a little bit less annoying than usual.